breaking down the science of Kabbalah, Kabbalah is basically a science that it is based on like I said before, Egyptian science. A different form, what it's taken today, but it is still an Egyptian mystery system science. If you look at the Dogons, like I said to you earlier, the Dogons, even though they use different names like Google, you might hear that, you might use Google, but when you bring that back down into Egypt, what is currently known as Egypt today, you'll find that they're talking about, Path, Amun-Ra, they're talking about Shul and Tefnut, they're talking about Jeb and Nut, they're talking about Asar, they're talking about Aset, they're talking about Nephis and Typhon or Set. And then from the 4, you get Heru, who is Jesus today in your Bible. So the Dogons still have the same science, because the Dogons said they left Egypt 10,000 years ago. They didn't even actually state how long they lived in Egypt. They just said they left Egypt 10,000 years ago. So if you want, you can put another 25,000 years on that to say they lived there. So at the end of the day, you have to remember that there's a lot of people that talk about black Egypt and white Egypt. Let me just clear this up now. There's never been a white Egypt at all. If you see them in there, it was some form of slave or some form of war, where you actually see some of the pictures on the wall. But if from the first dynasty, from Numa, coming right up from Papi, the Nile Valley, you'll find out that it's always been black people that live along the Nile Valley. You can read Dr. Ben's book, Dr. Ben Yakana, Black Men in the Nile Valley, and many other scholars that are out there that talk about this subject. So it's nothing new to many of us. So even though you still got some of the white scholars that are saying, oh, there's never been a black Egypt and blah, blah, blah. I remember listening to one scholar, I can't remember what her name is, but she was saying that a lot of black people think that Egypt is black because the gods used to call themselves, or Kemet means the black land, and she was saying it's a misnomer, because basically what the gods were doing was naming themselves of their complexion of the Nile, which was black, so they were just saying it's a black land because the soil was black. So they drew themselves that way. That's basically what she was saying. Obviously I couldn't stop laughing, because if you look on the pictures on the wall in Egypt, yes, they are. That is, she is kind of making some reference, which is true, but at the end of the day, if you look at their hair is like mine, so even if they were referring their skin colour to the tone of the land, at some point they would have tried to change their hair or make it straight or something, but they didn't. They left it just exactly like mine. So when we actually look at Egypt, you have to understand the science behind Egypt. What is the Kaaba? Why the Muslims walk around the Kaaba today, and what it actually means. It's Galgal, it's Hagulgalim, it's the place of swirling, it's Kefa. It's the light that shines from Kefa that they speak about in the books of John chapter 1:1. Even if you go to the books of Matthew 6:22, it talks about the light within. So we actually know the science, and we're, like I said, a lot of us are seeing light codes from way before. Some of us who are advanced beings here teaching the stuff that are still here. You don't see us, but we're here. Sons of Path, we're here. It's always been predicted that we return at this time. So a lot of the nonsense that they're teaching about it now, we're here to clear that. We're here to clear that shit out straight. So yeah. Okay, well that's Kabbalah. I can't go any deeper in it. You can get the DVDs. Look up my account on YouTube, and you'll see how to contact me and stuff like that. So that's basically it. Obviously, you want to do another interview in another 2 months' time, because that's about when I can do it. So I'll speak to them. Thanks for having me up.